happy and anxious to have the children returning back to school, even though it's not in full. We have virtual classes will continue, but today, Monday, we have the grade ones. They will be coming to school today. Some will come in the morning and some will come in the afternoon, followed by grade 2 on Tuesdays, grade 4 on Wednesday, grade 5 on Thursday, and grade 6 on Fridays. But the grade 6 classes, they have to come every day, one class per day. Now, we are very concerned about the children coming back to school, and it's a pandemic. We have done all that we could do. We have set up our sanitation station. We have our security doing the tests before the children would have entered the classroom. We would have made contact with parents to let them know the arrangement, which day for which class. And we have also encouraged the parents to let the children walk with their sanitization package, and we are hoping for the best. As the head teacher of St. Margaret's Primary School, I'm very concerned about parents dropping off their kids and picking them up on time. Because it's a pandemic, we will not be able to keep these children for long periods in school. So I'm kindly appealing to the parents to ensure that their kids are picked up on time.
I feel good that school has reopened, so I think the children are better able to learn in the classroom as opposed to online learning where there's a lot of distraction. I would have spoken to them as it relates to the sanitization methods. They have their mask and their face shield and their sanitizers. They have to sanitize their hands ever so often. Even if the teacher isn't doing it, I give them their personal items so that they can sanitize themselves. Basically, they're excited to be here back at school, and so far I'm just testing out the first week to see how it goes.
I am especially concerned for the new ones that are coming, whereby we will have to have them inducted and that kind of a thing. But however, as teachers of Selmars Nursery School, we welcome the opening, and we're trying our best to ensure that it is being rolled out as it is supposed to be.
I am ecstatic to have my son out to school because the fact they're home, they're not paying attention much to the schoolwork, but they're in front of the TV or on the tablet. I am glad. I'm really happy to have him out to school right now. I wish I could do the same for the secondary school, but because I have a daughter in secondary school, she's in third form now, and she's dropped back a lot. From the time COVID started to now, she's dropped back a lot, so I wish that they could open school as early as possible. We need to take precaution. I wish everybody would take the vaccine. My daughter took her first. I and my wife, we have both our doses. And as soon as the younger children can get theirs, I'll be more than happy to have him take his.
Some kids will come today, some will come tomorrow. This particular school has done very well with adjusting themselves to their numbers. So they actually have some children from 9 to 11, some from 11 to 1, and they're coming out all week. So that they could give their children a full week of learning. So different schools, and that's what we talked about, the individualized approach. Different schools are doing what suits them. Because only the school, we could put out broad guidelines at the ministry. What are those broad guidelines? we want to engage children. We want to engage them at least X numbers of hours per week, at least. But where schools could find a way to give more. So this school has decided, you know what? We could give our children a full week of learning if we just play with the time a little bit. So they did that. And by the end of today, we'll see what the turnout is like. Whatever the turnout is, it's fine because we gave to parents the option of not bringing their children. Usually, education is compulsory from nursery to secondary. And ordinarily, if you don't bring your children, you could get into a lot of trouble, criminally and otherwise. We are not going to be checking on parents who did not bring their children, save and except to make sure that they know that they can bring their children if they want to. The parents are allowed to teach their children at home using all of the ministry's resources, which we are making available, which we have made available on zero-rated websites and other places. And so whatever the turnout here would be a reflection on what parents want and teachers want. Whether children adhere to measures would be entirely up to how we collaborate as parents and schools to manage that. You're asking me if I'm confident a nursery child will do everything she or he is told to do once in their life. Absolutely not, because the way we teach anyway is repetition. So the more times we repeat, keep your mask on, the more it will become a habit, the more it's going to work. But we need here both parents and teachers to be able to make this work, and the wider society, that we all do what we're supposed to do. So vaccination for children, the last number we had as of Friday, remember this is a Ministry of Health process, we're tagging along and facilitating their presence in schools and getting the message out to children, students and so on. I think it was just under 7,000. We expect to see those numbers rise. We have about 55,000 12-year-olds in the school system. And so we're looking forward to rolling this out every day. Even as we speak now, vaccination is happening in different parts of the country.
Has there been an uptake in teachers taking the vaccine?
Yes, from a lot of teachers over the last few weeks went and took the vaccine. So yes.
And what would be our message to parents who are still skeptical about vaccinating their children?
The government is saying very clearly that vaccines are not mandatory, and so parents are not forced to vaccinate their children. I would, however, encourage parents to fully inform themselves about the risks and benefits of the vaccine, and particularly the consequences of not taking the vaccine, and then come down on a sensible decision. I specifically ask parents not, and to block out the noise of the people who are talking about rights and morphing this into an issue that it is not. This is a health issue, it's a safety issue. The people who are telling you about your rights are all fully vaccinated, them, the mother, the father, the children, the husband, the wife. So don't make people who are fully vaccinated tell you what you should do. As parents, decide yourself based on what you know is good for your children. You've brought them up all this time. Most parents in this country give up a lot to make sure their children are safe and comfortable and happy, and that their children can be more than they have ever been. And so don't change that in this time. You do what's right for your child based on what you know and what you hear, and even taking your child to a doctor to find out. Don't listen to people who are talking about rights. This is not a rights issue, it's a health issue. It's an education issue. Unfortunately, not taking the vaccine will have consequences. For example, most universities right now overseas are requiring that people are vaccinated before they get in, students. So if your child is a CXC writing child and you have dreams of them winning a scholarship or paying yourself to go to any of the universities overseas, they're going to have to be vaccinated, except the vaccine might be available then. So understand some of those issues you're playing with. Most airlines will make mandatory vaccination. So you can't get on a plane to enjoy any of the opportunities other children who are vaccinated can enjoy if you don't get vaccinated. Those are the realities of our time. And let us understand something else regarding Guyana and Pfizer. It doesn't matter how much money we have. Pfizer is not available for us to purchase. Understand what I'm saying? Pfizer is not available for us to purchase. It doesn't matter how much money you have. This is a donation from the United States government and people to the Guyanese government and people. If this runs out, if this expires, we don't know where we're getting from again. So make sure when you're making decisions for your children that you understand those real issues that we're facing.